More than 1,000 people have rallied in central Wollongong to urge all governments to do more to save the Port Kembla steelworks. The protest was told that the jobs of tens of thousands of workers are under threat if the industry closes down because of pressure from cheap Chinese imports.
Save our steel! Save our steel!
For almost a century, Wollongong has been the steel city. Workers fear that could soon be no more.
What sort of country, have we got if we can't make steel? We've got all the resources.
In central Wollongong, employees from BlueScope Steel joined Labor and Green parliamentarians to consider the unthinkable.
To have the dead hand of a large number of unemployed, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people thrown on the scrap heap.
We are not going to let them walk away and do to our area and our industry and your jobs what they have disgracefully done to the car industry.
Already 10% of Port Kembla's 5,000-strong workforce are on the way out to help the company compete against cheap Chinese imports.
We're well on the way to achieving the $200 million cuts that we have to make.
The South Coast Labor Council is urging all levels of government to prescribe that local steel is used in taxpayer-funded projects.
It's not a revolutionary concept. Every country in the Western world is doing it.
And it wants the Commonwealth to reimpose tariffs.
It doesn't matter whether they're emergency or safeguard tariffs or other forms of duties. The imperative, though, is that it's done quickly.
But BlueScope Steel says tariffs are not the answer. A company spokesman said such a move would force other countries to retaliate, and that would precipitate the closure of Port Kembla.
Workers are watching nervously as investors pressure the company to consider closing the steelworks at its annual general meeting in November. David Spicer, ABC News, Wollongong.
Japan's parliament